Hey everyone, welcome back to another video here on the channel. Today behind me, I have the new trim level for the 2025 model year of the Hyundai Sonata, the base entry-level SE. Now for 2024, the Sonata went through a fairly major refresh based on the same current generation since the 2020 model year. So it got new exterior design language, some huge updates on the inside with Hyundai's latest technology. And Hyundai decided to exclude the SE trim level from the lineup and make the SEL front-wheel drive the new entry-level model, like I said, for last year. Well, here we are in 2025. The SE now returns at a slightly cheaper price point, $1,100 less than that of an SEL front-wheel drive, although you are going to be losing some nice comfort and convenience features over that of an SEL, which we will discuss here in just a second. And as you can see, the exterior design, mainly the wheel and tire setup, is going to be fairly noticeably different from that of an SEL as well. So in this video, I want to walk around this SE behind me, show you exactly what some of these styling feature differences are versus that of a former SEL, which was the base trim level, go over the exact pricing information, and just take a look at what you're getting here on the new entry-level Sonata for 2025. So before we get into this video, I want to run through the features and options that you're going to gain moving up to a base SEL over this SE for the 2025 model year, or the features and options that were formerly standard on every 2024 Sonata, which are no longer standard for 25. So you're going to be missing the paddle shifters with the shift-by-wire column-mounted gear selection. The idle stop and go is only going to be found on the SE, not on any other trim. You're going to get the 16-inch wheels on the SE versus 17-inch on the SEL. You're going to be losing heated side mirrors as well as heated front seats. That was formerly standard on the Sonata for 24. The SE unfortunately does not have those features. You're not going to get laminated front side glass. You're not going to get a power driver's seat. You're not going to get dual zone automatic climate control, nor are you going to get the automatic up-down front windows or the rear center armrest with cup holders. So those are the features that are missing here on the SE that you will find going up to an SEL or higher. So take a look at the Sonata in front of us. This one is finished in the Serenity white exterior with the dark gray on gray cloth two-tone interior. Now, if you're looking for H-Tex or leather seating surfaces, unfortunately, you will have to go all the way up to a limited hybrid to get that, as the majority of the Sonata's lineup comes with a cloth interior. Now anyways, starting at the front end of the new SE, you will find most of the same features, options, and lighting setup here on the exterior, with your LED daytime running lights and turn signals in this housing, LED projector headlights down below, and then you do have a nice amount of silver accent trim that wraps around those headlamps and across the bottom of the front bumper assembly. Still have a majority gloss black accented grille, which gives it a nice, more premium look in my opinion. It doesn't scream entry-level base model, with your radar sensor for the smart cruise control located just below the license plate. Of course, every Sonata does get the updated stainless steel flat Hyundai logo, which they have been rolling out across the refresh and or all new products over the last 2 years or so. And then coming around the side of the vehicle, you can see this is one of the big aspects that you can easily tell an SE from an SEL is going to be the wheel and tire setup. So coming to these wheels, these were previously not available on the Sonata, and now they're going to be a standard 16-inch alloy wheel versus that of a 17-inch, finished in a silver design. Definitely blends in with a lot of the other Hyundai SE models, including the Kona, which offers a very similar silver wheel and kind of entry-level design, if you will. This is going to be a 205/65 16-inch Kumo Solus TA31 Plus all-season tire. Have the same nice chrome and gloss black accent here on the front fender. These are going to be illuminated turn signal indicators if you get an N-line or a limited. Body color mirror caps with the standard matte black plastic trim on the bottom, no turn signal or LED lighting assemblies. And these are not going to be heated mirrors, but they do have blind spot detection as standard, which is a great driver assistance and safety technology. You do still get the standard proximity entry on both of the two front door handles, where formerly Hyundai's SE base models did not get proximity entry, but for the most part, that is now going to be the case for the 2025 model year. And then here on the side, you get the standard black trim at the bottom. It is not gloss black, just a normal plastic. Of course, no sunroof or anything up here on the roof, but you still get the gloss black shark fin antenna. And then coming out to the back of the Sonata, there are going to be some minor trim differences versus some of the other vehicles on the lower front rear fascia. But you still have the LED turn signals, brake lights, and reverse lights all in this upper housing right here. silver accent trim at the lower section of the rear bumper, and then that black plastic is going to be one of the key differences from the SE versus that of the SEL or some of those higher trim levels within the lineup, as I was mentioning. Still have the Sonata spelled out on the trunk lid with the new Hyundai logo, rear backup camera, trunk release located back here in the gloss black rear spoiler. And that is pretty much going to be a look at the exterior of this vehicle. Most of the design language and lighting is going to be identical to that of an SEL. Or those higher models, as I was mentioning. So it doesn't scream super base model outside of the wheel and tire setup, which is going to be the easiest way, as I was mentioning, to tell this vehicle apart from that SEL that was formerly standard. But let's go ahead and take a look at the window sticker so you guys know exactly how this one is equipped before jumping onto the interior. So take a look at the window sticker. The SE is going to come still very well equipped compared to that of some of the other competition out there for an entry-level model. You still get smart cruise control, LED projector headlights, the 8-speed automatic transmission. You get the new wireless Android Auto, Apple CarPlay on the larger 12.3-inch CCNC light infotainment system. Blue Link Plus is now standard, which is free for the lifetime of the first owner, and the list really goes on. Now this one is a little bit interesting because it has a lot of additional accessories, as well as the Serenity White extra cost paint color, which adds over $1,000 to the base standard MSRP. So this one, including destination, comes in at $28,830. Now taking a look on the interior, as I mentioned, this one is the dark gray on gray two-tone cloth interior, but a black is going to be available as well. Starting out here on the door panel, you're going to find very similar material and design language from every Sonata in this current generation, starting with the 2020 model year and onwards. So up top, you have a soft touch textured upper, hard touch plastic on the back with a soft touch vinyl armrest in that lighter material right there. Power windows, mirrors, and locks, with only the driver's side window being fully automatic up-down. Silver accent door handle pull, and just the standard 6-speaker audio system with a good amount of lower door storage. Now coming to the driver's seat, this is going to be one of the big feature downgrades, if you will, versus the 2024s, which had the standard 8-way power adjustment. This is going to be a 6-way manual adjustment, so it does have height, which is good. And there you can see the cloth material is going to be largely the same with the patterned stripe in the middle. Lighter gray material throughout, and there's a look at the updated dashboard. So here in the interior of the SE, you're going to find largely the same overall design, updated technology that we're used to for the 2024 model year, with just some bigger updates coming to the center console layout and the HVAC controls given the different feature set. Now in front of the driver, you're going to find a fully digital and partially configurable gauge cluster that is controlled here on the left side of the steering wheel. So you have your fixed speedometer and tachometer on the left and right hand side. In the middle, you have a small 4.2-inch display that has your trip information, MPG, odometer, ambient exterior temperature, idle stop and go indicator icon, gear selection, etc. Pressing it one more time, you have your driver assistance technologies, and then finally one more time, it gives you your TPMS for all 4 wheels and tires. To the left of that, you have a little magnetic cloth pad, which we've gotten used to in most Hyundai models by now. And then finally coming back to the steering wheel, it's going to be the normal hard touch plastic urethane type, the new updated 3-spoke design with the 4-dot Hyundai logo, smart cruise control, lane follow assist controls on the left with your audio multimedia on the right, automatic headlights with auto high beam assist as standard. There's your regular intermittent wipers. And then coming to the left of the steering wheel, we do have a slightly different change of button locations and layout, again, given the center console and feature set. So you have your gauge dimming, idle stop and go or engine stop start off button right there, traction control, as well as your trunk release on the inside. And then we will get into some of the other buttons that are relocated to the center console, including the electronic parking brake. This is a nice textured gray trim. It gives it a nice premium vibe with some faux accent stitching across the dashboard. And then coming over here to the center console, this is going to be the 12.3-inch CCNC Lite infotainment system and hardware, which means wireless Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, Sirius XM, AM, FM, USB, Bluetooth inputs, and all the usual stuff we've been used to on this new updated screen from Hyundai that they pretty much rolled out to most of the Hyundai lineup for 2025. If you want to know a little bit more about this, make sure to check out some of the dedicated videos I have here on the channel. AC vents are located just below that. All of your hard touch physical shortcut buttons, including a volume and tune knob. And then just below that, we have the updated HVAC buttons. Because this car does not have the dual zone automatic climate control, it has a single zone manual down here with all of your defroster functions, the AC vent layout, and then AC recirc, all the usual stuff. Below that, we have USB-C data and charge ports, including a 12-volt power outlet just beside that. a little bit of additional storage space. And then here in the center console, you can immediately see the physical shift knob, as well as the slightly different layout here with the cup holders and such, because this vehicle does not have the shift-by-wire column mounted gear selection, which was formerly standard for 2024. So this is a physical shifter. Behind that, you have drive mode selection, automatic vehicle hold, rear backup camera, as well as the electronic parking brake. Including drive modes, we have normal, sport, and my drive in this particular one. This vehicle is not available with all-wheel drive like the SEL, so if you are looking for all-wheel drive in the snow mode, you will have to get an SEL trim for that. And then finally, you have a little like coin storage area, 2 decently sized cup holders, and then there is going to be the proximity key fob with built-in remote start and the, lovely updated design, which personally I'm not a huge fan of. Nice soft touch padded armrest. Inside you'll find a good amount of storage, no ports or lights. And then finally up top you have a light gray headliner, textured accent. You do have vanity illumination, although not LED. And then a manual dimming interior rearview mirror, Blue Link SOS, passenger airbag status indicator, incandescent overhead lighting. And that is pretty much going to be it for the interior feature set here in the front seat. So let's go ahead and take a quick look out back and see what you get back there. Now take a look at the back seat. The Sonata is going to offer just a little bit more interior space versus that of the smaller Elantra, but the size difference is going to be too much. Starting out here on the door panel, all this is going to be hard touch. Still have the silver accent chrome door handle pull with the soft touch padded armrest and a little bit of additional door storage down below. Materials for the seats are going to follow through with the same accent pattern in the center. And then stepping inside, we do have a pretty easy step in height given the larger door opening and available room behind the front seat. There's going to be a quick look at the front dashboard. And then out back in terms of amenities, we basically only have 2 USB-C charge ports, no AC vents, 1 mat pocket on the passenger side, nothing here on the driver's side. And then the seats do fold down, 60-40 split, and unfortunately no rear center armrest with cup holders unless you opt for an SEL or higher. That is one of the features you do lose opting for the less expensive SE. Incandescent overhead lighting for the dome lights, and then grab handles on all 4 corners. But in terms of physical space here in the Sonata, this seat's a little bit farther back than my normal driving position, and I still have at least 3 inches of legroom, plenty of footroom down below, and the cloth material really isn't all that hard and scratchy, kind of middle of the road for, cloth interiors. So not a really bad place to be. Like I said, if you're looking for a little bit more width, a little bit more volume in the back versus that of the Elantra, the Sonata will be a good option. Now coming to the cargo and trunk area of the Sonata, you do have a soft open damped tailgate. It does have the smart trunk, so it will automatically release the tailgate if you stand behind it with the proximity key and the vehicle is locked. And then taking a look behind the seats, you can see a very good amount of storage and cargo area. You have releases for the 60-40 split folding seats up top, as well as a little incandescent trunk light in the center. And then beneath the floor, you do find a nice amount of storage. There is not going to be a temporary spare tire in this vehicle, which is a little bit surprising, but I would not be surprised if you could actually retrofit one after the fact by removing that styrofoam and placing a full kit down there. But interesting that you don't get that on the SE. And then finally wrapping up here on the passenger front seat, the Sonata is one of those vehicles that for the last several years has included a height adjustable passenger seat on every single trim level. So it is going to be the same 6-way manual design. There's a look at the new updated center dashboard with a little storage cubby right there. And then the glove box is going to be damped. No illumination inside, but there you can see a very usable amount of space inside that. So that is going to be a look at the interior of the SE. Let's go ahead and pop the hood, see what powers this particular vehicle, and then go ahead and wrap up this video. Now under the hood of most Sonatas, you're going to find the same 2.5 liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine compared to an 8-speed automatic transmission powering the front wheels, or if you opt for an SEL all-wheel drive, all 4 wheels. And this is going to put out 191 horsepower and 181 pound-feet of torque. Now, what's interesting about this new SE trim level is this is the only one in the lineup to get the idle stop and go or engine stop start system. So essentially, if you want to disable that every time you start the vehicle, you will have to press that little button to the left side of the steering column, where if you get an SEL or higher, that system is not going to be found on those vehicles. So that's going to do it here for my quick walk around tour of the new 2025 Sonata SE. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and or found something helpful. If you did, make sure to hit that like button below, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know your thoughts and opinions on the new or returning trim level SE within the Sonata lineup. If you want my honest opinion on it, I would skip the SE, go for the SEL for that $1,100 price differential. I think the feature set that you're getting, including the removal of the idle stop and go, the heated side mirrors with heated front seats, laminated front side glass, the shift-by-wire column-mounted gear selection, dual-zone automatic climate, etc., are definitely worth that $1,100 price difference. But if you want a cheaper Sonata, you can now get that for $25,000. So I do applaud Hyundai for at least offering that to people out there that may be interested in this vehicle. So I'm pretty much just going to leave it at that. Make sure you guys check out some additional content I have here on the Sonata for the 2024 model year, where I covered pretty much every single trim level within the lineup. And overall, you'll have to let me know your thoughts and opinions, like I said, down in the comment section below. But anyways, with all that information in mind, as always, I appreciate support on these videos and hope to see you guys in the next one.